Try it. Okay. Are you afraid of death, by the way?
Yes. I it's hard because like what if you just die and then you just see nothing forever, you know?
Yeah, the
It
nothingness.
just fades to blackness and you're just like that for trillions upon trillions to billions squared years, and it's scary. But also before you're born, you don't remember those what
Yeah.
X amount of years either. So that gives me a little comfort, but no, it's definitely very scary. Something I'd rather not think about until I'm like 80. I'll deal with that problem then. I don't know if I told you this, but I'm kind of hopeful that someone like Elon or one of these like freak smart people will just like be like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna figure out a way where we can slow down aging, get it where we can live to be 200-300 years old, and just like set their sights on that, and then just kind of save us. So it'd be really nice. Like it's almost absurd to think that in our lifetime they won't figure out a way to just even slightly slow down aging where we could live to be like 120 or 130, and then that extra time they won't figure out some way where we could live to be 200. Like obviously not immortal, but I don't see how in my lifetime the life expectancy doesn't just expand.
I'm significance driven, man. I wear a bunch of jewelry. I socially signal. I speak loudly. I care about the respect of my peers. I do. And that gives my peers control over me. So I try and choose my peers very wisely. It's a healthy and wholesome thing that stops you from doing a Michael Jackson psychopath thing. A lot of people retire and fucking rot away because they just don't care about other people's opinion that much. If you care about what smart people think, it puts a hedge in you and keeps you in a good place. So, I'm unlikely to do the eccentric billionaire disappearing act, right? Because I like hanging out with people and getting feedback and, doing the best I can. The the thing about so I've been retired since 2003. I started trying to volunteer for the Sense Foundation. So like I want to live longer, but I'm not so excited about dieting. Well, okay, then I need pills and technology, and so does everyone else. So my grandparents are dead, my dog's dead, parents ain't in good shape, and then I'm next on the chopping block, and then everyone I know, well, when are we going to put up a fight? I'm not doing anything with extra money anyway, and you can still get rich investing in biotech anyway.
That I want to live. One of you smart people out there, figure it out. I'll keep you entertained, but I need you to figure out how to keep me alive. Give me till 200. That will make me happy.
This is such an important message that Richard is saying. I want the whole longevity, rejuvenation, anti-aging industry to really take a deep look inside at, like, what are you doing? What are you focused on? Are you focusing on the wrong things? Because I only care about rejuvenation, biotechnology, and funding that and making that happen and figuring out what's real, what's not, interviewing these scientists, bringing entrepreneurs together, networking, figuring out how we can do this. Nothing else matters. This is basically what Richard is saying. Forget everything else. Forget the mind uploading. Forget the cryonics. Forget all this other things. Cryonics is maybe closer to this than like other stuff, but I don't focus on cryonics. The reason we're so focused on aging as the biggest problem on the world is because it is. If you define a problem as something that's killing you, and not just killing you like a car wreck instantaneously, something that's coming for all of us eventually, and it's a slow and painful and horrible death. So this is what we're working on, and maybe we can just double lifespan. Maybe we can get to 150 and that's it. Well, we just doubled the amount of quality time. And as Richard said too, we should talk about this at some point in more depth, but you cannot extend life dramatically without extending health. Biology does not work like that. So we're talking about increasing your health span dramatically, keeping you biologically young and healthy. That's the only way we're going to really extend your lifespan. So 110,000 people die every single day. It's the biggest problem on the planet. About 150,000 people die every single day on average. Those other 40,000 ways that people die, we'll work on those as well too. I just mentioned cars, 3,800, but aging is the biggest problem on the planet, and we need all hands on deck, every resource possible, people to change their value system to understand this is a problem and there's something that we can do about it.